Welcome to the DJ Insider Podcast, sponsored by Amplified Events.
It's the only podcast where we break down insider information from our weddings, experience, and advice from over 15 years in the wedding industry.
We're your hosts. I'm Mike Kane, owner of Amplified Events.
And I'm Joe Albomonte, the general manager of Amplified Events.
Let's get into it. Well, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah, you want to come up with me? Yeah.
You got Pup on the pod?
That's it, Pup on the pod. You're like Pop.
She does. She loves Mikey.
Yeah, how was your wedding?
Good. I had one at Journeyman Three Oaks. It was nice. Something that I did want to talk about, to just kind of throw it off for a loop,
I like
was just like the interesting dichotomy behind, like, we do this job for a living, right? Like we throw parties. That's what we do. And I love it. And we're expected to throw parties, and that's great. And it's interesting I was at a funeral on Friday for someone that I know, a cousin of mine. So just like seeing my family that like one day, like really, really sad, and like everybody grieving and mourning and a funeral. And then like that next day expected to throw a party. And like, that's just a really interesting thing that we do, is that life still moves on all the time around us. And we still just throw great celebrations for everybody. And like, that's what we do. That's part of our job. And it's just like, how do you not let that affect you? But like, how do you still do your job as a DJ, as someone who gets everybody excited and gets the crowd excited, when you still have these things that weigh on you and you're really having these tough times? Like, what are some things that you have done that have helped you through situations like that? Because that's probably the first time I've experienced this weekend, was going from like such a low to such a good wedding. Like, I had a 10 out of 10 wedding and threw a great party. But just like that interesting flip, like within 24 hours, I just think that that's an interesting part of our job that we deal with. Have you experienced that, or what are some ways that you've kind of dealt with that?
Yeah. The day after my dad died, I DJ'd a wedding. So definitely know what that feels like. For me, I don't know. I kind of compartmentalized, and kind of actually having the work helped. Focusing on someone else's day, focusing on someone else's celebration, and the work I'm doing with that for my job helped me kind of put the pain on hold, kind of numb out for a little bit, and then come back to it later. That was, it was hard. It was difficult, but honestly, it did. It helped. It was a nice distraction a little bit, because, my dad wasn't going anywhere. There wasn't, the pain was, that was just kind of how I chose to deal with it, was to just compartmentalize it. Just, you have a job to do still. You're needed. Almost like, it's not the same, but like in the military, they do like triage. They can just quickly assess somebody if they're going to make it or not. And they spend their time on the people who are going to make it. Yeah. And kind of that triage mentality that, my dad's passed, very sad, very upset. But this couple's getting married, and they're counting on us, and they booked, a year ago.
Yeah, we could celebrate.
It's not their fault.
Love coming together.
That's
and
right.
A family celebrate. So
yes, it was just a freak timing thing of it.
Exactly. And that's why I do think it was a good wedding. It was a lot of loving people that just like really wanted to be there for the couple, and it really helped that day, because we just threw a good party. Like, there wasn't a ton of stress. It was a pretty chill day overall. Thank God, like nothing went wrong. But yeah, like it was a really good wedding, to answer your first question. But yeah, like I definitely had that on my mind a lot. Like during dance floor, it's like, damn, 24 hours ago, I was not doing well.
And still, honestly, probably not doing well. It's there's no time frame for how to grieve or how long it takes. And so, yeah, it is kind of like, I gotta be on. Time to party, guys. DJ request. Yeah.
But how was yours, man?
Yeah, I had two weddings, both really good. Friday was at Lure on the Lake. Beautiful couple, big partiers. I mean, just raging.
Nice. Very nice.
We had one of the guests, I don't know if he was related to the groom or not, but he was wasted, like hammer drunk, and he was menacing. Like he would get up and he wanted to turn the laptop. He kept trying to turn the laptop to look up songs, and he was getting offended. Like he said we were disrespecting him by not allowing him to like search on our laptop.
So now you're classless.
Yes. And I was like, back up. He was just like in our face. You know that level of drunk when you're just looking through somebody and he's just like, do you want to fight? I go, I do not want to fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight. He's like, you're disrespecting me. I was like, I'm not disrespecting you. You're disrespecting us because you're up in our face. We're trying to work. You're trying to search on our laptop that we're using to mix music. You need to back up. There was like 3 songs left, so it wasn't. I just went up to the officer security and I was like, "Hey, just can you keep an eye on this guy? It's probably fine. We've got 2 songs to go at that point." I go, but he's just menacing. He just wants to fight. He kept like smacking everybody's butts, who wasn't us, just as hard as he could. Just
one
rage
of those,
or drunk,
super fratty drunks.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was very
smacking butts and blacking out.
It was a very violent, dark energy coming from him. And he was a little guy, but like I don't know if he's got a gun on him or a knife or
like. Don't get that drunk at a wedding.
It was.
You don't have to get that.
He was blacked out,
sure, but like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Other than that,
limit,
rager party, like just 10 of 10. Like they were just going nuts. We got tipped. Like Brian got very happy. We crushed it.
Who were you with?
Micah.
Nice.
Yeah, he was mixing, but guys like that, just like menacing is the best term. Like Dennis the Menace, like just he was looking for a fight, looking to cause trouble, looking to like
looking to provoke you.
Yes,
he wanted you to say something.
He wanted me to move out of the way, which was right next to the DJ booth. I'm like, I'm not. This is where I work.
This is my job.
Yeah.
No.
But other than that, great party. And then let's see, Saturday. A Journeyman Valpo.
Nice.
Kind of an older couple, just had a baby, just great party, great speeches, beautiful decor. I mean, just really well done.
Very nice.
Real fun.
Where did they have, what room are you in?
East.
Is that the bigger room or the smaller room?
Yes, the bigger one.
Okay. Where were you?
So I was in the back corner. I put my speakers like along that wall of the windows, and I just had them on the pillars like even. So we had even sound.
I have to show you some pictures that I did from a wedding that I did a couple weeks ago there. Because they didn't want me in the corner. Like we talked about it, that's usually where they put us, but they really wanted me on the dance floor. So across from the head table, like kind of near the bar, there's that like one I-beam that goes through and then like a door that never opens. It's a coat closet.
Yes.
We were set up there.
Oh, okay.
Facing forward, just aiming out right in the middle of the room. The best setup I have ever had at Journeyman Valpo in the big room.
I like that.
And I recommend it every time. And Kaylee came up during the wedding. She was like, do you like this? And I was like, I love this. Like, so she wants to recommend that more.
When you walk in the door to
directly to the left.
Okay, that's where I thought.
Directly to the left.
Yeah, I've set up photo booth there before, but DJ makes a lot of sense.
DJ right there.
And you just had speakers on either side?
On both sides.
Wow. And then the bar's next to you.
Bar's next to me, and I just had to have one speaker over far enough and then my booth over far enough because there's that door for the kitchen.
Yes.
They just had to be able to roll stuff out.
Yeah.
There was enough room. It was totally fine.
Yeah.
But that's a really good spot in that room now.
Yeah. We were if you walk in, we were in the back right corner.
That's usually where I am.
I had one speaker. I just flayed the speakers out. I had one on the pillar on the windows and on the far pillar on the windows. We ran cabling down. They had this ceremony, I was telling Kaylee, in a round. Like they had all the chairs in a half
along that window right there.
Yes.
Yep, I've seen that.
And it looked awesome.
It looks really pretty.
Intimate.
And then the other like reception was on the other side. And they kind of flipped this room around.
It was very easy to get sound going and make it sound clean. And I loved it.
Everything was in one room.
Yes. So it's ceremony, cocktail, dinner, dancing. Intros. Yeah. So, really good. It was fun.
Nice.
So, yeah, you got me thinking about that. That like, you kind of. People are expecting you to be on all the time, and there's times you don't feel like it. Like you really don't, and rightfully so. There's stuff going on. I've had one stuff where I had car issues day of, so I was just frazzled. Like the car broke down, had to go to the rental.
Right.
Things like that. What happens
throws off your whole day. Just everything is thrown off.
What happens with me too is now that we're running a multi-op, is I get calls from other DJs or calls from other, assistants, and they're having technical issues or they're running late or there's something going on. So my wedding's going great, but I'm worried about this other wedding in the back of my mind because as a business owner, I'm like, I have to,
Exactly.
So that's another hard piece that's happened a couple times this year where I'm like, frustrated or upset or stressed about what these other persons.
Different wedding.
Yes, and
I'm killing mine, but I've definitely been there too. That's a hard spot to be in. It's like, I'm not there. I wish I could help you, but you're shaking your thing around and I can't see your screen. And help me help you. Send me the clearest picture you can and explain to me the problem and let me help you this way. But
something I want to talk to you about is so Cade, one of our DJs, he is applying to be a resident assistant down at Purdue. And I was an RA at Purdue. And so he asked me for a reference, and I gave it to him. And they asked, what skills does he have that would justify, that gives you a refer. And I was like, there's a lot of transferable skills from DJ to other jobs. For a resident assistant, I thought about things like, managing flow, managing expectations, managing difficult, stressful situations, managing like intoxicated people. Those are all things you have to have. Programming. You have to kind of be an authority. You have to enforce policy and enforce timeline. Crisis management, intervention, that kind of stuff. So lots of good skills. Would also
be the person that like everybody kind of wants to they're not afraid of you. Like they're not like worried that you're like the tattletale. Like they want you to be like a cool, but like also like strict and like you'll do your job.
Yeah.
But
you're kind of a mentor.
Exactly.
And you have to plan events and stuff for them. At least that's how Res Life does it at Purdue.
Yeah, that's how it was at Ball State as well. It's like they would do all the stuff. It's like our floors would get together or any of the big, because we lived in a, what was it called? A living learning community at Ball State. So at the building that I lived in, it was basically only theater and dance and like acting majors, like all of that type of stuff. So all the events and stuff were all like theater based because everybody was into theater because the whole building was all theater students.
So the programming was related to what you guys would be interested in anyways. Yep.
So it was really nice and helpful, and they were cool, and they were usually in the program as well. So yeah, it was nice, and they kind of served as a mentor. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. So anyways, it was an honor that he asked me, and I was like, I'm actually the perfect guy to ask because I've done it before. So I know, and I said that in there, But it got me thinking that what other transferable skills and things we learn from DJing and things that you have to have as a DJ to be successful that are transferable to other jobs or other careers or other, just top of your head, anything.
Yeah, I mean, definitely communication. Like communication is one of the biggest things. Like you really learn how to communicate like properly after a long time doing this job. Because like, sure, anyone can hop on a call and ask a list of questions and get like a little bit of information, but then you're missing like, oh, I forgot to ask this because like at this wedding, this happened. And you kind of just, I don't know, you get a lot better at speaking to people and just riffing off of people and like, being able to work on the fly and communicate on the fly and communicate exactly what I'm trying to lay out or like envision to you. Like, this is what our equipment looks like. This is what it looks like in this room. Just, you get really good at that. Yeah. So that's something that I really like. Multitasking, of course. That's just a huge one. You're always doing multiple things in this job.
Managing that time,
Managing that time.
Okay, I've got to get this done. And yeah.
I mean, coordinating. I mean, that's another one. You coordinate a whole wedding almost.
You absolutely do. There is like an attention to detail. You have to get the details right.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that's a little bit more involved than it typically is. But a lot of times it's just not that hard. Play the right song. Play the right version of the song. It's not that hard.
They added that version. Play that version. And get that right. Like, be consistent. Like, it definitely teaches consistency. Being able to do and nail all those things and follow along with the timeline every single week. That's definitely a good skill to have, is being able to do that and adapt weekly to a different venue, to a different setup, to a different room that I've never been in. Being able to adapt on the fly like that is really impressive. Like, you don't do that in a lot of jobs. So being able to do that, I think will just, especially when you start a new job anywhere, I think that'll really help like get adapted into that position. Yeah. What else?
On the communication front, I would add that like doing this job has taught me to clarify. Like I have learned that I think I've communicated that like, here's my expectation, what I want from our DJs, or that like, here's what I'm asking for from this vendor, or here's what I'm asking for from this couple. And I've learned that it takes 3 or 4 times sometimes asking it a different way to get the right answer and to make sure that if I'm trying to say something, that message has gotten through.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many, I'm just amazed. We let a DJ go recently that had terrible communication, and he was dishonest in a lot of ways. Because he's like, yeah, I've got it, and he did not have it.
And like, yeah, don't tell me things are going great. Yeah. If they're not, just tell me they're not. And
just tell me they're not going.
Let me help you.
What do you need help with?
Fix what's going wrong.
I can't help you. Yes.
If you tell me everything's peachy and dandy, there's nothing wrong.
That to me is the biggest. That's why he had to go. Is that like he just? It wasn't that he made a mistake. It was that he made so many mistakes and then lied about them.
Just didn't communicate.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're honest, we can help you get better. And we can help you resolve that problem if you're reaching out. Mm-hmm. But if you're not talking to us, I don't know. That's why he's not a good DJ. That's why he's not going to work for us anymore.
Another transferable skill kind of off of that is like, I don't know how to phrase it as a skill, but like being able to take direction and like swallow your pride and like I admit to
teachable.
You're teachable. You can admit your wrongdoings. I messed up. What can I do right to improve? I think that's a really big part of this job, and I think a lot of early on DJs that don't last in this one in this career, I think that's really where they fall short, is that they can't admit that they messed up or like don't want to learn, or like they let it eat them because like the anxiety kills them, like, oh, I really messed up this wedding,
or their pride kills them.
Or their pride,
ego gets in. I'm never wrong. I'm perfect all the time.
Exactly.
I know everything. I have nothing to learn. You know, that if they have that kind of mentality, they're not going to work out too long.
Exactly.
Because the couple's always right, as we know.
They are.
Even when they're not, they are.
They are.
Oh, you touched on something.
What's that one sign from SpongeBob? It's the customer's something. They own a hotel or whatever, and it's like the customer's request, even if it's ridiculous, is always what they do. Like there's a whole phrase that they have plaqued on the lobby. I can't believe I'm forgetting it.
Oh, that's okay. It'll come to you.
But
what was you said something about? It's transferable to the theater, but also any kind of performance is the show must go on.
Yeah.
Kind of mentality.
Yeah.
You make the best of it in the moment. You make the best decision you can, and you just keep going.
Especially for like jobs like event planning or like corporate planning or anything like that. Anything where it's like you're doing a big event and it happens one time. Like a lot of these skills are transferable to that. Because you have to nail it. You have to crush it. You have to have those details like we mentioned. And I don't know, the emceeing definitely helps. Just being able to be confident on a microphone, because anyone can speak on a mic. But being able to like command a room with a microphone is a very different thing.
Yeah. And the older I get in this job, the more confident I get in my instincts. And the better I am at communicating that to the couple, to other vendors, to my DJs, to other people. We had an example this weekend where the bride and groom wanted me to play they had 4 like parent dance songs.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to play the full song for all of them. And I said, are you
4 minute
sure?
Song,
yes.
5-minute
Look,
song.
I love my mom. I make the joke, you know.
Yeah, I love her, but
But dancing 9 minutes alone while everyone watches is a thing. And I go, usually a minute and a half is plenty.
Yeah.
You get a photo, you get a nice moment, private conversation. But then you want to keep moving. And sure enough, because they had their first dance was the full dance, was about 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then right after that, the groom comes right straight up to me. Hey, just so you know, for the parent dances, just fade them
actually
all.
cut that shit.
You were right.
That felt like forever. Cut that shit.
Yes. And they figured it out during their first dance. So then all of the rest of them I faded, you know.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But it's one of those things you try to tell people, and they're like, no, I want the full song. I'm like, okay, if that's what you want. That's
the same thing. It's like I get a lot better now at when to pick and choose, like when to say it. It's like, oh, maybe we cut those in half, or if it's like another idea that I've seen maybe go not so great, but it still will go well and like kind of fit the timeline. Like, is it worth me saying like all the reasons that could go wrong and like kind of ruining their vision? No. But still, just like being able to follow through and know when to share my personal
opinion. Pick your battles.
Pick my battles and choose like,
yeah, maybe
this is going to be a really long time. And off of that too, I really try and tell couples if they want to do the full song, just do it for their first dance. Like cut your parent ones. If you want to do the full song, do it for your first dance. But even to your point, some couples after that first dance were like, that was way too long. Like
they're like giving you the.
And
Please,
I've
like
also had that
now.
too. Halfway through the song, they're looking at
They're
me
begging
like,
at you. Please. Please.
Like, I got it, please. You're killing me. And I'm back there with a gun like, no, you have to finish the song now. You told me you wanted to.
Communicating expectations. That's the one I always try to do with couples. And vendors. I try to like, hey, here's what we're going to do. Here's the timeline. And I'm starting to tell photographers, hey, we're fading early. Like, so get your shots.
Same.
You have about a minute and a half. Get your shots. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. You know, a photographer on Saturday was like, you're going to be so mad at me. I was like, just what's up? You don't have to.
Yeah.
Because they wanted me to turn down the music for cocktail hour so the guests could hear when she was doing, because it's all the same room, when she was doing ceremony photo, like after ceremony photos with family. I was like, yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all.
She was like, you were going to be so.
I met a really cool photographer the other day. He also does videography. He was up in Detroit. I got his name. I followed him on Instagram. But just a really good dude. And she was in there. She asked you to turn the music down so that you could call their names.
Sure.
Same thing. Like we did that, but I was like, do you just want me to announce it over the microphone? Like, you just want me to call their last names? And he was like, oh my God. Like, that would be so helpful. But I'm okay. He didn't even ask for it. But like, I've never had a DJ ask for it, but like, I think it's okay. I think everybody's already on the way. So he had already done it, but I offered and he was just like, what? It was really cool.
I don't know if there was a second shooter on Friday, but that reminds me, he came up and they were doing ceremony photos. And so it's in another room. We'd already tore down. Like, they didn't say they wanted us to do any now, so we tore down and we were in cocktail hour and he comes up, hey, hand me the mic. And I was like, what for? Is a second shooter, wasn't the lead.
Yeah.
Photography. And, he goes, oh, they need to make announcements for in the next room. Like I go, so I was like, you need me to in there? And he goes, yeah. I go, there's nothing in there. This mic doesn't go in there. The mic's in here. If you want me to tell people in here to go in there, I can. And he's like, oh, never mind. He's like, there's no way you can get sound in there. I was like, no,
no, there's not
like,
a thing over
They didn't tell me this. I already tore down. We're halfway. We have like 30 minutes left of cocktail hour. Like,
yeah.
And then he came up during dancing and was like, you got all the cues for the music? And I go, yeah. And he's like, so how do I request a song? I was like, oh, just tell me what song. Like, he was saying it like he was trying to use like lingo, but he was using it incorrectly. Like
that is hilarious.
It's like if I went up to him like, hey, you got that DSLR on your cam?
Nice DSLR?
You doing ISO? You got some ISO?
You
Like,
got some ISO?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not using it. It's clear by what you're saying. You don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I go, but what? Yeah, what would you like? And so he requested. I want to hear Usher by you. Just say that. Just say that.
I just want to hear that. Tell me that.
You don't have to
Hey, bro.
Hey, man.
I'm a cool guy.
You got all those songs with their cues.
You got all those
queued
songs with their BPM.
It was like that. It was like yeah. What? I literally said what?
What are you talking about?
Trying to rap with me. What are other skills? I don't know. You have to definitely be able to be comfortable on the microphone in front of a crowd, getting people's attention, getting information across. This job has taught me to set good boundaries with people and expect, like, hey, this is what we do. This is not what we do.
Yeah.
And if you want us to do that, that's not what we do. You probably should go with another company or, hire someone else to do that specific thing. It's not a service we offer. You can really overextend yourself as a people pleaser in this industry.
Absolutely.
And you get into an area where you have no expertise and they're expecting you to be an expert. It's going to go badly. It's not going to go the way you think.
Yeah.
Start trying to take on.
'Cause that's not what we do. Like, we're DJ first. And that's what I was talking with a photographer about the other day. He's like, I love these salsa booths. And I'm like, yeah, like, they're perfect for what we do.
Yes.
There's no reason for me to ever bring a DSLR with a big light and a this and a that. Like, I'm not a photo booth company.
Yes.
That's not what we are. And that's just not what we specialize in.
Yeah.
So we do DJ and we buy the best and nicest equipment for that, and that's what we focus on. And if they want to add it on, that's great, but we focus on the things that we're good at. And like you said, just don't overextend yourself. Don't overpromise things. If they want cold sparks and fog and this, we're probably not the right DJ for them, right?
Yeah. Dancing on the clouds.
It's kind of cool, but
It does look
cool.
It does look cool. If your venue allows it and it's not going to set off their fire situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's for my more shy DJs, I think it's helped them get out of their shell, make a phone call, make an appointment. You know,
Oh yeah.
like it's really helped develop them professionally as a person to be able to like take charge, to communicate, to I don't know, get out of their. I've hired so many introverted DJs to just get out of their shell a little bit, and it may be uncomfortable, but they'll be okay. You know, that's usually DJs, at least newer DJs, either struggle with They either struggle with song selection, picking a good song, right song at the right time for the right reason. The mixing skills, the actual technical part of learning how to blend a song seamlessly and keep them dancing, or the big one is the MC skills.
Yeah.
That like being able to be comfortable on the microphone, being loud, talking, talking with the crowd, putting people at ease, grabbing attention. Those are things that you can train, but you have to practice a lot.
Definitely.
And the last one that I think is very transferable is I call the customer experience, like teaching DJs to value how the customer experiences your product, your brand, like right down to how responsive you are in your communication, how clean and your instructions are with the next steps, how you remind them if they're behind on something or you need something from them. If at each step in the process they're feeling like you've got it, you're confident, you're taking care of them, they're going to be more relaxed, hopefully day of. They're going to enjoy themselves more because they know you've got them.
Definitely.
And that's what I really try to train our DJs on is when you're meeting with your couples, this is your chance to take stress off your plate the day of the wedding. Like get all the questions answered, make it fun. It should be fun. Meeting with the couple should be lighthearted. Get them excited. Go over everything. Talk about how you're going to handle stuff, how you're going to handle stuff if it's going wrong, how you're going to handle stuff if it's going well. Encourage them to speak up day of what they need. Things like that go a long way for them to build trust in you. And I think that's just kind of basic customer service skills.
Exactly.
Which is really transferable to any kind of job.
I always like to give them some bragging rights too. It's like, even if there's 4 or 5 songs filled out in the app or it's completely filled out, I'm like, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but it's like, you guys are way ahead of it. Like, you're crushing it. We still have so much time. Like, thank you so much for being on top of it and just kind of throwing it in their court for like, thanks for, and even if it's empty, it's like, we're still so ahead of the curve. Thank you guys. Like, so excited to work with you, whatever. Yeah. But it's that. It's really, it's being able to get them excited and finding a way to say it that comes off with getting your point across. Like, things need to get done. Yeah. But also, like, let's have a good time about it. It's not a big deal. Like, everything's going to get done in there. But then there are some couples that just have everything filled out months in advance and they crush it and they're way ahead of it and the phone call's easy and
boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. And and it flows by. So really just kind of, it's all that customer experience. It's having those hard phone calls and being able to have those easy phone calls and everything in between and knowing how to respond properly to all those people. That's important.
Yeah. I always tell couples, look, I don't want to give you homework.
Same.
But I do, because you're stressed enough with all the details and planning, but I want you to be as involved as you want to be in the creative planning process of the music. But, we do this for a living. If you just give me a couple songs you love, a couple songs you hate, and we'll take it from there. Yeah. That's the move. But if you want to give me all your songs and just kind of stick to our list, great. And, my hands are tied. I'm going to throw you the best party I can with the songs you gave me. Mm-hmm. It's going to be what it is. Beyond that, I don't know.
Exactly. I don't want to limit you. I don't want to give you homework.
That's
like
it.
You can give me 10 songs or I can increase it. Like, if you want to give me more than 50, whatever works. Yeah. But I've also had a couple recently that gave me like 8 songs that they wanted to hear and then like 30 do not plays. So like, it was the opposite way. It was, here's like, we don't really care even if we hear these 8 songs, but it's like, we don't want to hear
that's most important.
Shit. This is the most important thing, is that we don't hear this. Yeah. And that was fine. Like, either way, if you give me songs you want to hear, or if you give me a little bit of things you do and you don't, or if you give me a bunch you don't, either way, like, it's our job to fill in the blanks.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, humans in general, are very bad at judging how they'll feel in a situation. they think they know how they'll feel. But I've seen a lot of couples where they're like, oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. But then they're so stressed out day of, they don't even know what fun is. They don't even know how to have fun.
Right. You've been planning this for a year. And
they
it's
don't know how to
slipping through your
switch off or
fingers, and you're
unplug.
still stressed about it.
Yes.
You really have to be able to let go, and easier said than done, of course, but it's your wedding day. You spent so long planning it.
Yeah.
You really have to find some time to just
I've seen the
breathe it
opposite
all
too,
in
where
and-
they plan in like breaks
Yeah.
into the day where they just can, you know.
We're going to leave we're going to join cocktail hour
we're
for 30
disappear.
minutes, and then we're going to leave, and we're not going to see anyone for the next 30 minutes
It's
until
so-
intros. I don't want to see a soul.
It's so much pressure. It's so much stress on these people. I feel for them. And so I'm just
Yeah.
like, just embrace and enjoy the day, unplug, just enjoy it. Have fun, eat all the food, dance all the dances, sing all the songs, take all the photos. It's really hard, I think, for some people to kind of do that unplug and just enjoy. They're just overwhelmed and stressed. And I just see a lot of people, not a lot, but a few, have a bad time. They're just, you can tell on their face, they're just not enjoying their day because they're just so stressed out with all the family asking all these things from them, with all the vendors like trying to keep them on this, with all these details.
Either stressed out or burnt out at this point.
That's it.
It's
That's
like we
it.
went through the ceremony, and now like we got ready for 6 hours, 10 hours, 12.
Yeah.
Since last night, like we've been prepping my dress and this and that, and by 5 o'clock, everybody's burnt out.
You can see their
I've
heads.
seen it. Like, yeah, you guys have stressed yourselves out, and like I see that a lot more with like a lot of DIY weddings, couples that decide to like build their own centerpieces and this and that, and take on all these tasks themselves.
Yeah.
You're gonna get burnt out a lot faster, unless you're going like pretty minimal or like pretty chill, or it's not very important to you, like what things look like, this and that. But decorating and all that, it's really important. So I think that your time, of course, like to me, time is the most important thing. And some people value money more, some people value time more. I will always value my time more. And if it means that I get to relax for 2 hours before my wedding and I get to pay someone else to like decorate and do something else, I will pay someone else. Like my time is so much more worth it.
Yeah.
And at a wedding, I'm already spending how much money? Does it matter at this point? I'm at that point, I want to relax and I want to enjoy my day. And I know some couples aren't thinking that way. Like we want to save every penny that we can and just like budget for that. And like, that's, I don't know, like you're going to be stressed about your wedding. If that's all you're thinking about the entire time, you have to be able to let go. And like at some point it's like, we've spent the money, we've done this, we've booked all the stuff. It's like, we've done all the work. It's all over after today.
Yeah.
Like why don't we enjoy
It's time
it?
to enjoy the party.
It's time to enjoy the party. So yeah, it's hard to see some couples not enjoy it after. I know they've put so much.
They
work
care
into
a
this.
lot.
I've seen how much they care about.
That's
this.
what's so hard for it. Is like, oh my gosh, and then like one or two things goes wrong, and you can just see them like look devastated. And I'm just like, it's never going to be perfect, but it can be amazing. So you have a couple coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah. So I actually have a quadruple.
Quadruple.
So long story short, I have one on Friday at Allure on the Lake. It's gonna be great. I have one on Saturday at the Grand, which is going to be great. I know the bride from high school, so just kind of cool.
Oh,
little throwback
heck yeah!
there.
I didn't know that.
So really looking forward to that one. And then after that, so this is why it's a quadruple. After that one, one of my best friends just got engaged, and he's throwing an engagement party just at his girlfriend or fiance has a house out in Chesterton, and it's her parents' house, this big like mansion house that her parents have. And we used to throw parties there all the time in high school. So we just and that's like when they would leave and it was a secret. She straight up asked, like, can we just like throw a party here? So they're leaving. Their parents are going out of town so that we can throw the party at their house. So after this wedding, I'm done at 11 on Saturday. I'm driving out to Chesterton. I'm only bringing in the top part of my booth.
Sure.
Just that top panel, and then just the EV8. And I'm just plugging in the one speaker. It's going to be on the counter. And that's it. Like, it's going to be really casual, intimate, like 20, 30 people, whatever.
Heck yeah.
But like a midnight to 2 a.m. DJ
Here we go.
set that he sent me like 50 songs for.
After hours.
A little after hours set. So it'll be really fun.
After Albomonte's.
A little something crazy. And then Sunday I have a tasting at White Oak that next morning. So really chill that Sunday. But four events.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
How about you?
I just have the one on Sunday, but then I have one on Tuesday.
Oh.
So on Sunday,
Tell me
I'm
more.
doing a wedding at the Palais Royal, and then in the lobby of
Cherville?
Where
is that?
It's in South Bend.
Oh, far from Cherville.
Yeah, and it's attached to the Morris Performing Arts Center, and that's
okay.
where in the lobby of that is where they're doing the ceremony. It's very grand. It's gonna be very beautiful. Very organized couple. She loves planning. I think she's done some event planning stuff. She knows her stuff. She's very organized. I'm actually really looking forward to it. They have really good taste too.
Nice.
A lot of Billy Joel stuff, some classic rock, a lot of stuff that are from the 20 teens that I love. You know, your Nicki Minaj and Pitbull.
Oh yeah,
early 2000s.
I know it all.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
So it should be a fun party. Working with Mr. Jeff from Amplified Michigan should be a fun one.
Nice.
And then on Tuesday, the last second, the Reserve, the new venue up there, has asked us to do just kind of they're doing an open house for DJing.
Oh, cool.
Morning kind of thing.
Nice.
So should be fun. I went up there, did a sound check with them 2 weeks ago. At the venue. It was beautiful. They kind of converted.
Oh, yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, they converted an old bank. It looks awesome. It's gonna be
good
cool
name for it
it's
too, man. I know we
it
said
really
it before,
is.
but the Reserve, and you turn an old bank into that.
It's
that
pretty
is
sick.
Slick.
It's
That's
pretty
a good ass name.
Just
good
huge.
work.
Just like like granite marble. Like it's just huge, gorgeous ceiling. I mean, it's gonna be fun.
They should have the bridal suite door like a vault door.
That'd be sick.
I don't know. Just like keep the vault there if it's still there. That would be. I don't know. That'd be cool.
I haven't seen if they have something like that. I don't know. Didn't get a full
I'm a
tour.
nerd for a theme.
Right?
I like that.
Right? Give everybody some money as a gift.
Yeah. There you go.
Some checks. But yeah, so it should be good. Nothing too crazy. And then off next weekend, and then Thanksgiving. Crazy.
Nice. Oh, yeah. I'm also off that next weekend. I'm going down to Indy.
Heck yeah.
We got some new merch coming in.
Dude, yes.
Some new merch coming in.
Well, and our last team meeting next week. So we have to figure out that. I have to get that catered or something. I want to talk to you about that when we get off pod. But yeah. Guys, we don't have too much else.
That's it.
Thanks so much for listening.
See you at your wedding.